I nearly died in January. I contracted the Clostridium difficile or C. diff bacteria. By the time I got to the hospital a few days later, I was in kidney failure. These are the bruises from all the times they had to relocate the IV because my veins kept collapsing. I was in the ICU for a day and a half. Nearly a week later, they sent me home. I climbed into bed where I stayed for the next 2 months. In that time, I lost all my strength, all my stamina, and most recently, almost all of my hair. As I laid in bed, I wondered if I was ever going to be able to do all of the things I was going to do someday. Would I ever be able to take long hikes by myself through the woods? If I were strong enough, would I know what to do? I took this class to see if I could make it through a hike. That's me, second from the right in the front, with a look on my face that says, I'm not really sure I can do this, but I'm stuck now. Some of my classmates were obviously a little more fit than I was, and they smoked me on the trail. I consistently brought up the rear. We did team-building exercises, where I feel I really got to know my classmates. Everyone was so kind. They could see I was struggling, but no one made a big deal of it. We all just kept plodding along. When I had trouble standing up with my pack, they lent a hand. When I staggered in dead last, they asked if I was okay. Teamwork, communication, empathy. 3 necessary soft skills when you are in this type of environment. If people worked together more, talked to each other more, and cared more about our Mother Earth, we wouldn't have so much pollution. Marvin Gaye asked, "How much more abuse from man can she stand?" I learned how to pitch a tent. I learned how to use a camp stove. I also learned how to hike with 2 poles. 2015 has been a hard year. I was very stressed in the days leading up to our trip. But there's no better time to do something than right now. I'm glad I didn't wait. I'm glad I made the effort to learn about backpacking in a safe environment. I know when I am physically ready to hike by myself, I will be just fine. I learned to appreciate nature from my mother. When we were kids, she would stop and point out the little flowers growing along the sidewalk, or the birds in the trees. Being such a busy adult, I often forget to do that. I don't want to miss the little things in life because I'm preoccupied with living it. I had a lot of quiet time to myself on the trail. And in that quiet time, I learned something else. I learned that there is no someday. Don't wait for someday. You may not get one.